Welcome. If you are just joining us, we're following breaking news for you this morning after two Clermont County sheriffs are wounded. One of them has died.
One of those deputies is in stable condition right now at UC Medical Center. 9 on your side, Jasmine Miner, in the meantime, is out at the scene where, I guess the last 20 minutes or so, you say it's been quiet, no more megaphone?
Julie, Tamika, not anymore. In the last couple of minutes, I want to say in the last 3 minutes, we have heard quite a bit. We heard deputies on the megaphone again just now saying to the gunman, come out, we won't hurt you, we won't hurt you. And then maybe about 20 seconds later after that, it sounded like a bunch of deputies sort of ran in and said, go, 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 go. And right after that, just a couple seconds later, I started to see the fire trucks and the police cars that were stationed on St. Andrews Drive in, turn their sirens on, and that's when you started to hear even more gunshots. Those gunshots lasted, I want to say, for about a minute and a half. It's a little bit quiet right now. I did give a call to Clermont County Sheriff's Office and some of the other deputies that are out here. None of them have been able to confirm whether or not this gunman is in sight or even in custody. This is just what I'm hearing right here from the scene. And again, I'm only a half mile down the road. The only thing that separates me from this apartment complex is a golf course. This is just what I'm purely hearing right now where I'm at right this second. I actually took a video of what I heard. It's very hard to see. I'm going to post that on my Twitter and just here in just a couple of minutes, but we're going to keep you posted with all the latest details. The deputies did tell me the next update they're going to give to us, the media, is at 10 this morning, and they're not going to confirm anything for us until that press conference. We're going to have that live and give you all the latest details both on air and online at WCPO.com. But stay with us. This is a very evolving story, even just being out here for the last couple of minutes. Back to you guys in the studio.
Tell you what we'd like to do, Jasmine. We're going to go to a quick break, regroup. You just gave us a lot of information about things happening right now at the scene. We're going to come back for our 6:30 half hour, and we have some questions for you. We're going to get all of this clarified. You stay safe. I know they're putting you in a safe area there, a ways away from where this gunfire is happening. But again, gunfire in this area of Pierce Township in this apartment complex, and police there, Cincinnati Police SWAT team. There's much for us to get back to here in just a moment.
All right, again, and we are also live outside of UC Medical Center where that one deputy that was wounded is recovering right now. So our live team coverage continues right after the break.
Breaking news on 9 on your side.
We are following breaking news this morning. A standoff turns deadly in Pierce Township, and just within the past few minutes or so, there may be some changes. So stay with us. Good morning, Tri-State. I'm Tamika Artist.
I'm Julie O'Neill. Let's get you caught up. We've been on this all night since the story broke, keeping you updated. Right now, we know this. One Clermont County Sheriff's deputy is dead. Another is said to be stable at UC Medical Center following a standoff in Pierce Township.
Right now, there is an active scene at the On the Green at Royal Oaks apartment complex. This is in Pierce Township again, and people in that area, any of the public, you're strongly being advised to stay away from this area. It is still an active scene. Our coverage starts with 9 on your sides. Jasmine Miner, who is live in Pierce Township at the scene. And Jasmine, you just gave us a whole lot of information. You heard some really interesting things that happened in just the last couple of minutes. Tell us that.
Well, Julie, Tamika, as I speak right now, I can hear sirens in the background. It's very difficult to pick up on the camera, but you can hear them. Remember that I'm only half mile away from this apartment complex. The only thing that separates me is a golf course from this apartment complex where this gunman has been barricaded for the last 11 hours. But I went over there just to step a little bit closer, maybe 40 feet away towards this golf course. And what I heard is deputies on the megaphone saying, "We won't hurt you, come outside, come outside." And that's when you started to see some police cars and fire trucks that were stationed on St. Andrews Drive actually start to drive towards the apartment complex, put on their sirens, and then seconds later you heard more gunshots. Remember, this has been an extremely active night. There have been multiple rounds of gunshots over the last 11 hours. I mean, we heard some myself just about an hour and a half ago. It started around 8 last night, and then it just pretty much continued every couple of hours, with deputies consistently trying to negotiate with this gunman to get him to come outside. Now remember, while all this is happening, think about all the other neighbors that were either inside that complex or trying to get past it to go home. They have been outside here for at least the last 9-11 hours, waiting in the cold, trying to stay safe themselves. We actually spoke to one woman who said she heard some of those gunshots, and she immediately texted her mom, "I love you," just to keep her safe. And here's kind of what she had to say.
And all of a sudden you hear two like big bangs. I was assuming it was gunshots, and that's when he's like, "This is why we all need to back up," and he started pushing us all back.
Now, I did call Clermont County Sheriff's Office, and I did speak to a couple of the other deputies that are here on scene. They have not been able to confirm whether or not this gunman is in sight or even in custody. They said the next update they're going to give us is at 10 this morning. But as you can sort of hear and see out here, Tamika, Julie, a lot is going on and a lot is evolving in the last couple of minutes. We'll keep you posted both on air and online at WCPO.com. Back to you guys in the studio.
Jasmine, Tamika and I would like to go back through this with you. So in the last 3, 4, 5 minutes, you said about a minute and a half worth of gunfire. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it lasted over about a minute and a half.
Did the gunfire come before or after you were hearing, "Come out, we won't hurt you"? Give us the timeline of what transpired before you started hearing the sirens. One more time, please.
The first thing that we went over there and heard is deputies on the megaphone asking the gunman to come out and saying, "We won't hurt you." After that, it sounded as if a group of deputies were running over towards this apartment complex. They said, "Go, go, 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 go." You started to hear the sirens come on from the fire trucks and the police cars, and that's when you started to hear about a minute and a half worth of gunshots. I actually made a video of it on my phone, and I'm about to post it to Twitter. That video is about 4 minutes long, Tamika and Julie, so that you can show how much just happened in a very short period of time, and maybe even how long some of those gunshots lasted for yourself. So I'm going to post that pretty quickly here right after I get done with you guys.
And have you heard anything else, Jasmine, since we've been on the air talking with you live? I mean, we can kind of hear some of the things in the background, but have you heard or seen any other movement since that incident happened?
I have not heard anything since that incident, but right now my photographer actually I'm going to try to pan over to this. You guys be patient with me here, but I want to show you that. Can you see that? I'm going to have my photographer sort of zoom in as close as she can. If you can see sort of this orange, that looks like fire. That is the apartment complex right over there where that gunman was barricading himself, at least for the last 11 hours, and where all of this is going on. So it has been just absolutely incredible what has happened here over the last couple of minutes. I hope you guys can see that.
Jasmine,
what I'm seeing right here.
We can see it, and let's keep the camera pointed in that direction. So now it appears this apartment complex, there's something on fire there through the brush, as we can see. And in the meantime, you say the megaphones, you've heard nothing else. So it was the "come out, we don't want to hurt you," and then you heard what sounds like SWAT team activity. We know Cincinnati Police SWAT team has been out there, and you heard the "go, go, 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 go," which is, you know, what you would typically hear as a SWAT team moves in, though no confirmation of that right now. And then about a minute and a half of gunfire, and then quiet on the radios. So in terms of this fire, since you're there, Jasmine, do you have a sense of how big it is? We're just seeing that one little place there, but obviously we can hear fire trucks coming onto the scene.
I cannot tell how big that is, but there are flames, Julie, and it looks like it's coming up from the top of the roof. And remember, I am half a mile away. There is a golf course between me and that apartment complex you're seeing on your screen right now. So if I can see those flames, those orange and sort of red smoke up in the sky right now, you can imagine how big this fire really is. And I will definitely, right after we get them, we will definitely give deputies a call and see if we can get any kind of confirmation. But again, they did say that the next update will be at 10 this morning. We're going to have that live for you.
Jasmine, we're going to stay with you as long as we see these flames, and this is a very active situation. So just hang with us. And we're hearing sirens, so fire trucks on the way. Have you heard any more on the megaphones? Do you hear any police, any emergency personnel saying anything?
I don't hear anyone on the megaphone right now. It just sounds like sirens and fire trucks. But where you see that fire, if you were to drive left of that, that is St. Andrews Drive. That's the road leading up to this apartment complex. And along that road were multiple fire trucks, multiple deputy cars sort of stationed out. They were actually the ones that made us come down to this media staging area to help keep them safe and keep us safe. So all those cars right now that I would have been able to see sort of through some of these trees across this golf course, those are now gone. All those fire trucks, deputy cars, are gearing towards that apartment complex. So right now it looks like as if it's all hands on deck, Julie, Tamika, and it's really just an evolving scene here, incredible scene, what we've heard over the last couple of minutes here.
And yeah, and Jasmine, we are actually getting some information now from one of our producers, and again, this is scanner traffic, so some of this is unconfirmed, and again, it is evolving, that this is a 2-alarm fire, and that we can actually hear them saying on the radio that they have exhausted all of their resources. They don't have anyone else that they can send to this fire. And so it sounds like what you're saying is exactly true, that they've sent everyone that they have to the scene first of this standoff. And now the people that are there are somehow assisting with whatever's happening with this fire right now.
And
yes, now let's remember this. Sorry, I'm going to jump in here, Tamika, for you, because remember, this is 11 hours that we have been out here covering this story. It's not just Clermont County Sheriff, it's also the Pierce Township Police and Anderson Township firefighters. There's a lot of people that have been out here for a very, very long time. And where we started was a gunman barricading himself inside an apartment complex in a standoff situation, right? That's exactly what we started with 7 Saturday night. But now you're seeing a 2-alarm fire. You know, so you can kind of put it together, just how much is going on right now.
right, there is a tremendous amount of emergency personnel out there, to be sure, but a 2-alarm fire means they're bringing in more trucks as this is going on. Could you clarify for me, for us right now, do they, the place where you saw the flames, if you could pan back over it and let us see that, is that in the area of the apartment complex or outside it? Can you tell whether that's a parking lot? Can you tell whether people are being evacuated? Are you hearing anything or seeing anything? It's very difficult for us because the shot is so dark.
Yes, it is pretty dark, but from what I see, those flames look like they were coming off the roof of the apartment complex. So it appears to be the same place. They were at least targeting where this gunman was barricaded. But if you can kind of see it there, you can see some lights through these trees. It appears those lights might be windows, maybe people turning them on, maybe houses around the area sort of maybe waking up to this and going, what's happening, what's going on. It doesn't appear that fire is outside the complex. It seems like it is coming from the top of that building. So that's what it seems like to me. Now again, I'm still half a mile away. It's still difficult to tell exactly what's going on. I am going to give some calls to these deputies, to some of these police officers, and try to get some more information for you guys. But again, next update will be at 10 this morning, and we are just sort of following breaking news here and what we see and hear so far.
All right, and it's coming up on 6:45 this morning. Just as we're looking at this picture, you say we're seeing windows, lights coming on. I'm not seeing any more flames. Is the fire out, or is this a different vantage point that we're being shown?
No, this is the same one. We've kept the camera here on this vantage point. So far, I don't really see any flames either. It does look like there's a little bit of sort of that orange red smoke in the sky. Even where I'm at, I've actually felt some of those flakes that you get, those ashes that come from fires that have sort of sprinkled on top of me from over here. I do hear a little bit of talk on a megaphone, possibly from firefighters, possibly from deputies. I don't know if they're speaking to each other, or they're trying to speak to a suspect or even people inside, but you can kind of hear them in the background. It is very difficult to hear exactly what they are saying. But remember, before this, just 5-6 minutes ago, we heard specifically the deputies on the megaphone talking to this gunman suspect saying, we need you to come outside. We need you to put your hands up. We are not going to hurt you. They said that repeatedly over the last hour. So it's sort of unclear of kind of what's happening right now. We haven't really received too much confirmation just yet, but we are going to get more information here as this story continues to evolve.